Hi, Chris Barker here, certified financial planner with Maya Wealth. Just wanted to make a really brief video today outlining the differences between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA. So in my financial planning practice, I get the question all the time, and what's the difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA? So I thought I'd break it down really simply for everyone here today. I'm going to start with, because the main difference between the two vehicles is the way that they're taxed. So kind of start with three different ways that you can be taxed in an investment account. Number one, you can be taxed today, and that's considered income tax. The second way is on the growth of an investment account, which is considered capital gains. And lastly, you can be taxed in the future on the distribution of the money from that account. And so the main difference between the two are which ways between today and the future that you can be taxed. So we'll start with the traditional IRA because it's what people I feel are most familiar with. When you make a contribution to a traditional IRA, it is taxed, or it is exempt from tax today. So you're able to take that contribution that you made and deduct it from your income, thus avoiding income tax on the contribution you made to that traditional IRA today. Now with a Roth IRA, when you make a contribution today, you are unable to deduct that from your current income tax, which seems like a negative, but I'll get to the positives in just a bit. Both accounts, since they are retirement accounts, are exempt from tax on the growth or on the capital gains. So you don't pay tax as that money continues to grow year over year. That's a similarity, and then the other key difference occurs in the future. So when you're in retirement, say you're 65, 75 years old or something like that, and you're taking a distribution from either a traditional IRA or a Roth, in a traditional IRA, you are taxed on the distributions of that money as though it is income tax in the future. On a Roth IRA, you are not taxed. So if you take $5,000 out of your Roth IRA in retirement, you don't see that show up on your income tax. If you take it out of a traditional IRA, it's as though you made that $5,000 distribution as income. And so instead of, I'm a visual person, as I'm sure many of my viewers here are, and as I know many of my clients are, so I'm going to break it down using a quick illustration here to show you the impacts. All right, so we're going to start with the example of your tax rate staying the same from today into your retirement. So let's say that you had $6,000 that you wanted to contribute, and including your tax liability in that $6,000. It's not necessarily how it would work, but it makes it a really clean example to illustrate the impact of taxes. So in the traditional IRA, you put $6,000 in. As I said earlier, there is no income tax liability on that contribution. You get to deduct it from your income tax or the income that you would be paying taxes on. So $6,000 settles in the account. On the Roth IRA side, you have $6,000 you want to put away, but you're keeping back $1,800 in this example to pay that tax liability at the end of the year. So both numbers double. They're both in very similar accounts. The $6,000 grows to $12,000. You pay the 30% tax rate in the future on that traditional IRA of $3,600, leaving you with $8,400. And then on the Roth side, you have $8,400, no taxes due. You keep $8,400 or have $8,400 worth of income in the future. So same. What's the difference? Well, like I said earlier, if you think taxes are going to go up or down in the future, it does make a difference. So let's look at what happens if you have a higher tax liability in the future. Same example at the top. $6,000 goes in on the traditional IRA side. You're left with $6,000 in the account. Roth IRA side, subject to tax, you have $4,200 in there. The future growth still grows the same, doubles to $12,000 on one side, $8,400 on the other. And but in this example, the tax rate went from 30% today to 40% in the future. You owe $4,800 on taxes in your income tax on the traditional IRA dollars when distributed, leaving you with $7,200. You don't have that tax liability in the future, so you get to keep the whole $8,400 tax-free. So in this example, when taxes go up in the future, you're better off in a Roth IRA. And without belaboring the point, if taxes were to go down in the future, the traditional IRA would be the better option. So what should you do in your own situation? Well, in order to get a more concrete answer, having a discussion with a certified financial planner can help determine what is best for you and your family. But there are a couple of things that I'd like you to consider. So they fall into a couple of different categories, personal and legislative. So from the personal perspective, do you think that you will have a mortgage on which you're paying mortgage interest and getting that mortgage interest deduction? If you think your home will be paid off in retirement or at some point in retirement, then your taxes will go up because you won't have that mortgage interest deduction that you were getting when you put the money away today. Another thing, if you will likely not have dependents in retirement, or at least for the full time in retirement. Hopefully not. Hopefully the kids are out of the house. But if that's your situation, your taxes will go up if you don't have that dependent deduction as well. The other one is more of a crystal ball. We don't really know, but from a legislative perspective, the government can always raise taxes in the future. Some economists believe that taxes are at an all-time low right now and they can only go anywhere but up. But we never know. We never know what the future may hold. So the personal side is the one that you can really control and think about objectively. The legislative side is just more of a whim or what your feelings are about taxes in the future. So hey, I hope that helps. If you want to have a quick 15-minute or longer discussion with me or a member of my team, we'd be happy to go through just an overview of your personal situation with you and take it from there. So there will be a little link that you can click on and quickly schedule an appointment with us if that's something you would like to do. So thank you for watching. I hope you got a little bit out of this today, and take care.